Hey guys, it's 5:22 p.m. on Tuesday, as you can see, and today we're going to be looking at the display events feature on my DMP XR-500. So a lot of you guys are probably familiar with the concept of the event log or event list from fire alarm panels or, computer systems. So this probably won't be anything new or amazing to you guys. But what's interesting is that the building that this system came out of, you can see is still labeled as PDC Waukegan, PDC standing for Product Development Center, since I've removed the initial three-letter company name because I didn't just want it to be an advertisement, but it still means something to me. My dad worked maintenance there for a long time, so I'm pretty familiar with this panel when it used to be installed. There were actually 4 of them in this building, all separate for different parts of the building. It was a pretty big building. It's still standing right now, but it doesn't look good. It's either going to be torn down, which is more likely, or converted into leasing space or something like that. Anyway, so what's interesting about the display events on this panel is that it tells a story. So you can go into the menu, type in the code, and you got to scroll all the way to the back of this menu. Now here you see display events. So if you were just click first here, it would go back for as long as the event buffer, basically meaning however long it tracks back before deleting old events. It will go all the way back to the beginning and display everything. That would take a long time to sort through, so instead we're going to put restrictions on what's going to show up by using the sort key. For the first date, we can just leave it as 201. This actually ends up starting in 2013. And since today is March 3rd, we'll just leave it as that. We can ignore the user number because there was only one user in the system. Only the security guards and maintenance staff had it. And we can disable all of these from showing up except for supervisory. We want this to be displayed. So now if we go into first, it'll start in our date range on 2-1, and you see that the path test 1 was okay on this date. And if you continue to scroll through the dates, well, you see an alarm canceled pop up here by this user number. You can continue to scroll through. You'll see a lot of alarm canceled because as this building was being sort of decommissioned, a lot of, mishaps happened with the equipment that this panel used to monitor, in addition to the regular security stuff. So everything's okay with this phone line test up until you get to, well, here's the thing. I remember this power outage. It went out for about a day, but knocked a lot of systems offline. You see it still completed the path test that day. Trouble for the power was still on. Then it restored at night. This date is, the time is messed up. Every time you go through here it shows a different time for the events, but the date's correct. So if you continue through here, you'll see that on the 24th the path test completed. If you scroll over to the 25th, the path test completed. Path test. Now on the 27th, you see this phone line 1 trouble appears. You see that there was a denied entry, and the communications all go down from here. More denied entries, batteries. So on the 27th of February 2013 is when this panel was disconnected from its monitoring service. Now if you were to continue scrolling a little bit farther into March, then the panel was finally disconnected from AC power and went completely offline. So it would all be blank until it jumped forward to December 23rd of last year, 2014, when I received this panel. And you can see that it just defaulted back to the home screen. But anyway, I thought I would just share that with you guys, so thank you for watching.